Should we go around the room and say hello to each other and introduce ourselves?
Oh, yeah.
Wait, are we recording?
I don't know.
I
don't know.
Well, if you don't know,
you're
literally the only one who can tell right now.
Hey, well, I'm not going to tell you even if I did know.
Okay.
Shit.
Dave does love hot micing us and telling
gets
the
off
world
on
that
being
I like
withholding.
9/11. So
Yeah, so let's introduce each other before it's too late.
Okay. Before it's too late.
Welcome to Cage Fight Podcast, I guess. I don't know what's happening really right now. But this is maybe an episode that we're recording.
It is possibly an episode, and if it is an episode, I believe it's episode 28.
And I'm Dave.
Oh, and yeah, Dave's here, and we might have to repeat all this.
And we also have a special guest.
Well,
Yeah.
we're not. The episode hasn't started yet.
Has it?
The theme song plays. You know that the theme song plays.
I do, but I'm so confused.
I figured we should probably introduce each other before we start the actual.
I get it.
podcast.
I get it, just for
to me,
posterity.
so that I know your names
Yeah. Okay. Good.
and
Excellent.
voices. Even I have listened to the pod.
Oh yeah. Oh good. You're a cage head.
That's
Awesome.
a first.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we finally have a guest who hates Dave too, probably.
Yeah.
That's the.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
God,
this
you
is
fake motherfucker.
Dave. This is psychological warfare, and it's honestly not fair.
This is like Chinese water torture, but just for episode openers.
I'm never sure if Chinese water torture is okay to say. I just call it water torture just in case.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there we go. The seal. Oh my god.
Kiss from a seal.
Now that your rose is in bloom, a light hits the glue on the...
How much of this is going to be out there?
That I mean, is this a live version? He sounds sexy as hell.
Yeah.
That's not the Batman version.
Okay. Well, I believe now we are actually finally starting the recording of episode 28 of the Cage Fight podcast. So,
What's your name?
So yes, let's introduce ourselves real quick so we don't forget.
yeah.
For some people,
I'm Jess.
I'm Mike,
I'm Taylor.
and we have a super special guest with us today. A freaking cage expert in her own right, at least up to 2012. Liz Waterman is here with us. Hey, Liz, what's going on?
Not much. Just still recovering from G-Force.
Yeah.
Seeing that one again.
Oh, that was honestly better the second time, in my opinion. When you
It
know
was better than I remembered.
when you know all the beats, it's really a pleasure to sit through it again.
And, you know, I've got a feeling that we're gonna have a lot to talk about with that movie.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, Liz, I mentioned that you're our first like official Cage expert. Explain yourself.
Well, for a little while, my husband and I were in a long distance relationship. And one of the things we came up with, like things to do, was to watch Nick Cage movies. We made a spreadsheet and listed them all out. And we just kind of methodically went through it. And so we would watch it at the same time and like chat. It was really a lot of fun. There was only one movie that we could never finish. I don't know if you guys have done this one yet. It's called Birdie.
Oh no, we that one is coming up
Yeah.
somewhat soon.
That's in
Get
the
ready.
next few
Oh
episodes.
boy. I actually, I was just talking to somebody who, the person who's going to be on that episode, and when they said Birdie, I looked it up because I wasn't actually sure what it was, and the poster bummed me out. So it's good to know that.
Well, now I
It's
have to
like
look
Matthew
that up quick.
Modine or something. You think it's going to be good, but
Ugh. Well, I guess we have that to look forward to.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have like do you keep a ranked list? Do you have like a top 5, or what are your favorites?
Yeah, we never gave them scores or anything, but I would say my favorites would have to be, well, of course, Vampire's Kiss.
Ooh, we haven't watched that one yet either.
I've been
haven't
dying
done
to
that
watch
one?
that one.
No,
It's coming up though.
I'm very excited for that. I've seen the hits from that, but yeah.
Yeah, some of the
It's
clips.
very interesting.
I bet.
And then I like Bringing Out the Dead.
Oh, Bringing Out the Dead. We haven't watched that. Yeah, see,
Yeah, that's
we're-
not till a little bit later, but I've heard about that one, and I think he worked as like a paramedic briefly, or like job shadowed one in New York City to do something for that. Which
Yeah,
I'm
Steve,
really
Steve
interested
Buscemi,
by
I
that.
believe.
yeah, he was
Shadowed Steve Buscemi.
he was buried beneath the rubble of the World Trade Center in preparation for that movie.
Yeah.
if that's the movie that I'm thinking of, I could be wrong here.
Nick
Um,
Cage actually became a cop and abused his family to be that character.
You know, I love bringing out some Dead. So looking forward to that.
Wasn't that a Misfits song?
Are we going to go into another Danzig bit? Or,
It'd be like the
Um,
third in as many episodes, but
any other particular favorites, Liz?
Well, of course, Moonstruck.
Ooh, snap. And that's what we call a perfect transition.
Transition.
Our
I mean, to be
guest,
fair, a better well, it's actually not as good of a transition as yours, Jess.
well, thank you.
well, before we get started, we are discussing Moonstruck and G-Force this week. But I did want to play a quick message to the G-Force gang. If you could cue me up, Dave.
Citizens of G-Force Gang, this is a call to arms. The time has come for us to fight for what is right, to defend the very idea of a just society. Everything we have trained for has led to this moment, and it is time to retaliate against our oppressors. It is up to you, G-Force Gang, to go out this November and exercise your right to elect G-Force Gang to the next round of the bracket. No matter the results of this matchup, we will not be silenced. The cries of the people will outweigh the votes of our enemies. We will persevere until there is no option left but to meet our demands. They may have their hand, they may have their bribe, but they will never have our complacency. Name one Cher song that is better than Boom Boom Pow. It cannot be done. Raise your hands high, G-Force. We are legion, for rodents are many. And now, our special guest, the G-Force House Band!
Oh yeah.
I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good, good night. Gotta get.
Hell yeah. G-Force Gang, you heard the call to arms. Let's fucking I guess I'm getting ahead of the vote here. But just in case, we might have to obliterate my co-hosts.
It's good to know that there are militant contingency plans for if.
Yeah, there are militant factions within the G-Force.
We have fully militarized
Now, to be fair, within the G-Force, are there like moderate rebel G-Forces that like behead people, and there's like an ISIS G-Force?
Yeah, there's different factions, but we all subscribe to the same basic philosophies.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Mm.
So thanks for indulging me, and fuck Moonstruck.
Oh, okay.
It's a free fuck Moonstruck gang. Yeah.
Just kidding. Love. It was a. We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
So yeah, Jess.
Yeah, so I'm not exactly sure how to feel about our impending war that's going to go on here. I think.
Don't worry about it.
People, I think, are well aware, if you've been listening a long time, of my opinions on G-Force, as I was the one person who voted against it while my co-host pushed it ahead.
Yeah, I did say
of the bracket.
in the message. I did say
um,
oppressors, but I did mean specifically Jess.
Okay.
Yes.
But yeah, one thing I do want to talk about before we dive into the episode here is we have a Patreon. It's patreon.com/cagefightpodcast. Please donate to that. Donate to it.
Yeah. If you don't donate to it,
The
that's
G-Force
another way to
gang.
get on the GeForce shit list.
And I
So-
believe if you donate $10 a month, you get OnlyFans
That's
OnlyFans style pics about once a month. So.
that's not in there.
Yeah, for $10
In
a
fact, I
month,
believe if you sell like nudity on Patreon, you get kicked off Patreon. But
for $10
yeah,
a month,
I know.
we,
I'm trying to get us kicked off Patreon.
oh god.
we will send you pictures of guinea pigs' feet. Hashtag GeForce gang.
Yeah, if you ask for feeties, sweeties, I'm gonna send you my feet. Okay.
So also, just gotta say, we're a quarter of the way through round 2 of the bracket. So
Oh,
we just gotta
shit.
do what we've done
God.
3 more times now. But let's just launch into Moonstruck first, since we've already covered G-Force. So Moonstruck came out in 1987. This is rated PG, directed by Norman Jewison.
Yeah, and also, by the way, the music. Oh my God, never mind. Keep going. I'll find the name because the guy who composed the soundtrack for this is fucking incredible.
I believe his name is Dean Martin.
Oh, yeah,
no,
that's Amore is the one thing I remember.
Oh yes, I'm sorry. The music composer is. Are you ready for this one, Jess?
Huh.
Dick Hyman.
That's not real.
No, it really is. That's his name
What
on
the
the credits.
fuck?
Dick Hyman.
Yes, Dick Hyman.
Wow, that's spectacular.
This is written by John Patrick Shanley.
Who also wrote Congo, the movie. Not
the screenplay adaptation.
Yeah,
of it?
not
not the
the
Michael
country?
Crichton book
Oh,
about how
okay.
much he, wishes global warming would destroy all of the apes. But the movie Congo, that is
based off that book.
yeah. Have you seen that movie?
I actually haven't.
It's-
I've been meaning to though.
It's
got
really
Bruce
fucking
Campbell.
bad, but worth a watch. In my
Is it
opinion.
a Patrice Lumumba biopic or what is it?
It's about Mighty Joe Young, and basically it was a kind of a Mighty Joe Young prequel about his whole family like slaughtering innocent. Well, I don't remember if they're innocent actually. They might have
Yeah, I
gotten
think
what
they're
was coming to
looking
them.
for gold in a foreign country. They're white people that come in to rob a nation in the global south of its native
Yeah.
resources.
So very similar to
like-
Moonstruck if you think about it.
No,
Very similar to Moonstruck, and features a cameo from Neil Campbell. So right
nice.
up your alley, Jess.
Neil Campbell, the Time Lord or the Timekeeper.
No, did I say Neil Campbell? Fuck.
Yes.
Wow, that was I got podcast.
Oh,
on my
Bruce
brain.
Campbell. you
Bruce
meant Bruce
Campbell.
Campbell. Yes.
Not Neil
that makes-
Campbell.
I was gonna say Neil
I was gonna say
Campbell's
it's
in that
either
too.
like
I thought-
Vin, yeah, Neil Young or like
Anyways,
Sam Neill.
so this is produced by Star Partners 2 Limited, which sounds like a movie in and of itself, and MGM.
Speaking of star partners, fucking Sonny and Cher.
Well, Sonny is no more, and I don't think they were partners anymore at this point when this movie
No,
was
they
made.
were not.
Yeah.
They
When
were
did they divorce?
In like the late 70s.
Wait, they divorced?
Yeah.
I thought he just died, and she was like,
No,
"Fuck."
no, he
And then they made a
he
movie
married,
about it
He
called
married
Moonstruck.
someone else, and then he got owned like in a skiing accident, and then his wife became a congressperson.
Oh,
Yes.
very cool.
Get it.
Yes.
Runtime of 101 minutes. Budget of $15 million. Anyone want to guess whether this was in the red or the black?
Ooh, I'm gonna say this one was in the black, but
I'm gonna say this one was in the black too.
I'm not sure.
Yep, you're both right. $80.6 million.
Oh snap! The
Mhm.
Cher stamp of approval. I mean, how do you not go see a movie with Cher in it?
Yeah,
Especially when
sure.
she's looking this fantastic.
Back in the heyday.
Looking like a real cutie.
So Rotten Tomatoes, this got a 93% from critics
Wow.
and an 81% from audiences.
So very critically acclaimed.
Yeah, this is the movie that every time I told someone I was starting a Nicolas Cage podcast, they said, "Have you seen Moonstruck?" I'm like, I don't know what that is, but it's been very hyped up, and you know what? It may or may not have lived up to my expectations.
Yeah.
Yeah, and frankly, when I heard the title Moonstruck, and I'm like, that sounds like the album name from like a shitty '70s prog rock band. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it.
Hold
let's
on.
make it
All
happen.
70s prog rock is great.
Yes. Absolutely.
There is no shit.
It's
Yes,
not all just
it
like
is.
fucking white British guys just jacking off on guitars.
Look,
For
and
like 23
when they
minutes straight.
jacked off onto those guitars, they made some great music, okay?
And
Okay.
some shitty music, but
Yeah, and some-
but
Frankly, awful music, but yes.
damn. Well, that's a bold stance, but I'm gonna plow right through it.
So that's all I have for general facts.
Okay, I have a little bit of trivia, not a ton. So Nicolas Cage's first screen test didn't impress the studio, and they wanted to get Peter Gallagher to play Ronnie. But Cher insisted that Cage do it, probably after seeing his chest hair and that wife beater.
Now, be fair,
Actually,
Peter Gallagher,
I got-
that's the third Gallagher brother from Oasis, right?
Yes.
Or was that the one who like hits the watermelons?
That's the second Gallagher brother from Oasis.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay.
I have something to add on to that. Apparently, Cher wanted him after having seen him in Peggy Sue Got Married, another movie that'll come up later in this podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
And apparently she saw his performance and described it as a 2-hour train wreck, but wanted him in the movie. So apparently it's a good kind of train wreck.
Also, Cher was not confident in this movie, and apparently, like while filming it, thought it was going to be a failure. But friggin' killed it anyway.
And honestly, that's the thing. I think that's actually mistaken. I believe she decided to like try to get Nick Cage because she saw his performance in Fast Times and was like, "Damn, that dude knows how to exist."
Yeah, who's that guy that I saw for half a second 3 times?
Yeah.
He's got nice eyes. John Mahoney, Frasier's dad.
Yep.
Apparently, even though he's not, I mean, he's in this movie a decent amount. He's not one of the big buttheads, but he said that this movie is what got him widespread attention and landed him the role in Frasier.
Oh, okay.
So.
Cool.
I was actually looking out for Eddie, his dog.
Yeah.
But-
It's weird to see him without that dog around.
Yeah, and I'll have a lot of Frasier's dad jokes along the way, so I'll save them. And the last trivia that I have is that this is the only Best Picture Oscar-nominated film that Nicolas Cage has been in.
Really?
Wait, Oscar
Yeah.
nominated.
Oscar Best Picture nominated.
Yes.
Yeah, and same with Cher. But this is a Nicolas Cage podcast, so
Wow, I didn't even know this was nominated for Best Picture, actually.
yeah.
And
Much
it's
to
kind
the
of sad that he
chagrin
hasn't
of
been in more Best Picture films. you
yeah,
know,
a
or
real
no?
shame.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, movies like 211 and Sunny, those movies should have been nominated for Best Picture.
I choose not to remember those.
or Pay the Ghost, or Left
Mhm.
Behind.
I think we
or
need
Christmas Carol.
Left Behind is criminally high in the seating of this bracket, by the way.
Yeah, I
Yes,
don't.
isn't it second to last?
No. It's
That's
at like
criminally high.
58. That would be criminally high. It was at like 58 or something.
Oh yeah,
out of
that sounds
82.
like absolute shit.
And this movie's the number 4 seed, which I didn't realize going into it. But
Okay.
Yeah, this is a big hitter for us. So
Well, to be fair, depending on how it goes, it might be a big shitter too.
oh snap,
uh,
more like Moonstruck.
damn.
But yeah, that's all I got for trivia.
Let's do it.
So going on to a plot summary here. It starts out with the song "That's Amore" playing over the credits, which
Yes,
I believe you'll remember the famous first line of that is
When the moon strikes your eye.
yeah, it's definitely strike.
Knowing that this movie was about a bunch of Italian people, I thought it was great that they started off with that song just to get us in the mood. Also, apparently, the original like opening track of the movie was from La Boheme, but they didn't want to, and I quote, scare people into thinking they had walked into an art film.
Oh,
So they added this to make it more accessible, I guess.
see, what I would do is try to scare people into thinking it's an art film, and then the people who stick around through that, I would try to scare them with just incredibly lowbrow humor. That would be my style.
And wooden hands, things like that.
But yeah, it starts out with "That's Amore" playing over shots of New York City. We see Cher, who is working the books. That's her job. She does it at various places. At dinner that night, she is proposed to by her boyfriend Johnny. who
Danny
is-
Aiello.
Yeah, Danny Aiello. And she is not happy with the way he does it, and tells him like he's got to kneel down when he proposes, and he's got to give her a ring. And he-
It's a sloppy proposal.
it's a sloppy proposal, but she does say yes. And it seems that Johnny's mother, who still lives at home in Sicily, because I believe all the main characters in this are Italian or Italian
yeah, like
American.
Sicilian Italian.
Yeah. His mother is still living in Sicily and is dying, so he's flying back home to be with her while she is about to pass. While Cher is driving him to the airport to drop him off there, she demands that he set a date for the wedding. She wants to go about this in a really traditional manner because apparently she was married previously, but her husband died after only 2 years of them being married, and she thinks that the bad luck him dying came from her not having like a traditional type marriage thing.
Basically, them not having a solid date for their wedding killed him.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
That and that it wasn't in a church. She says
Yeah.
that. But...
He stepped on a crack and the mom was actually dying of a broken back.
Mhm.
So
and he walked under a ladder as a black cat passed by.
Yeah, a lot of bad juju going on.
But yeah, so they set the date for the wedding a month away. And before leaving, Johnny insists that Cher call his younger brother Ronnie, who he hasn't spoken to in 5 years, and invite Ronnie to the wedding.
And are we forgetting about the Stephen King ass fucking old lady who wishes a curse on the plane? It's like a Stephen King character. It's like
that is a strange bit. I didn't understand that, but I felt like it was some sort of foreshadowing. But I don't know.
To see the curse of Nick Cage.
Yeah, I think she said like a plague of both your spouses. Or something.
A plague on both your spouses. I am so high. Oh my god. Oh no. There's butt rock on the board now. Kevin.
What the fuck? I don't know what's happening.
I don't either. Let's keep going.
So Cher returns home where she lives with her parents and her grandfather, her dad's dad. And her dad is kind of like upset by the whole situation because he doesn't like Johnny. And he's also saying she has bad luck with marriages, but she says like she's going to avoid the bad luck this time. She's doing it the right way. You know what I mean?
She's like, every time you marry a guy, he fucking croaks. What's that about?
Yeah, every time. The one other time. But Cher's mother asks her if she loves Johnny, and she says no. To which she says, that's good.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said the gender roles in this movie and the values are very healthy.
So Cher then calls Ronnie, Johnny's brother, who is played by Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage.
The man we've all been waiting to see.
It's Nicolas Cage. Why not?
Yeah.
And he is looking fucking smoking again.
Oh my god. Did you see that fucking chest hair he's got? Oh my. Whoop.
Yeah, he's looking pretty good in this one, I do have to say.
Yeah.
Even in his messy state where he's like unshaven and you know.
Well, I like a little stubble, so
I did too.
It kind of it rubbed me the right way.
And I bet it would rub really the right way if I was to know. But
with one of those hands, he could really rub something the right way. If you know what I mean.
But
Come on.
She calls Cage, and Cage immediately basically yells at her and hangs up, saying, "What's wrong between us can never be right." So then she goes to the bakery he works at to see him in person and convince him to come. And Cage is very, very dramatic about the whole thing, saying that Johnny ruined his life. And he delivers a pretty famous line, but not before threatening to kill himself in front of Cher so that she could tell him that on his
And do you mind if I say the very famous line?
Go for it, yeah.
I don't care. I ain't no freaking monument to justice. I lost my hand. I lost my bride. Johnny has his hand. Johnny has his bride. You want me to take my heartache and put it away and forget? And that's
that
the
was
line.
beautiful. That was incredible. Yeah. Also, incredible scene because the whole reason that he hates his brother is because his brother wanted a fucking loaf of bread and he got his hand chewed off while he was
wasn't
cutting
paying
it.
attention.
Apparently, he was putting it through like a bread shredder and wasn't paying close enough attention because Johnny distracted him somehow and his hand went into that and he lost all his fingers, it looked like.
Yeah, he was distracted by the fact that his brother is 37 years older than him.
When Cage's fiance at the time heard what had happened to his hand, she left him for another man. So, Cage is still not over this 5 years later. He feels that Johnny completely ruined his life, even though really it sounds like his own negligence. But
Yeah, he wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, I mean, I can kind of relate because I'm one of those people where, anything goes wrong in my life and I'm finding someone to blame that's not me, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Everyone needs somebody to blame for their own fucking shitty mistakes.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't want to fuck up your own hand, would you? I mean, why would he do that?
And to be fair, that was his jack-off hand, too. So, he's got to find really somebody to fucking blame about it.
And I also like that when he reveals his wooden hand, and it's very clearly just a person's hand with, a wood topping on it.
Yeah.
It's just
it looked like you could kind of see the palm of his hand, but I assumed just his fingers were gone or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I bought it, but I'm stupid, so.
Yeah. Cher basically convinces Cage to let her make him dinner while they discuss things. But in the meantime, we do see in a cutaway that Cher's father, and I feel like I'm going to say her father and mother a bunch and should have noted the characters' names, but did not.
Old stereotype male, old stereotype female.
Rose and Cosmo.
Yes,
That's it.
I remember Cosmo because
And
I mean, I just thought of the Fairly Odd Parents mostly, but
and I think you forgot too that Nick Cage likes his steak well done in this movie.
oh yeah. Well, that's coming up.
Okay.
Although I didn't mention that, so yes, he does. But
Another travesty.
so she goes over to his place and is making a steak that he asked for well done, but she basically just makes it medium rare and tells him he'll like it. She tells him that he's like a wolf who chewed off its own paw to get out of a trap because he wanted to get out of that marriage with his fiancée. And then he's like, "What are you doing marrying Johnny? Johnny's a fool who distracted me and made me lose my hand." And Cher says that she's only doing it because she has no love or passion in her life. So that's just what she's going to do. And then in a moment of passion and like rage, I don't know, Cage seems angry.
Well, to be fair, we shouldn't put the words rage and Nick Cage in a sentence ever.
Yeah.
Knowing the history of this podcast.
It's good to forget that film. But Cage leans in and kisses Cher and takes her to bed and they
fuck.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know. Not sure.
Yeah, it's never really explicitly stated.
Well, I don't know.
I
There
think-
was like them making out and like moaning while
Yeah, I
saying,
think
like,
Nick
chew
Cage
every
had some
part off.
after his nice steak dinner had some pussy salad.
I mean, personally, freaking, I moan when I'm getting a freaking back rub, baby.
Sure.
So maybe she was just, applying some essential oils.
and frankly, sometimes I'm moaning when I'm just having a wholesome evening in with the guys.
Yeah, I mean, I moaned watching G-Force. That's how much I loved it.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's like, oh god.
I
love
think
the
I moaned for a
cadence.
different reason during G4. It
Zach
was more of a groan.
Galifianakis.
Yeah, it was more
Um,
for Zach Galifianakis and Will Arnett. So.
Oh, okay. Then that night, pretty much everyone in town notices like how big and beautiful and the full moon is that
Yes.
night.
Over the Twin Towers.
Mhm. Yes, there are a lot of shots of the Twin Towers in this one.
Yeah, there's actually a deleted scene where the moon comes crashing down. and,
Yes, I believe that was a combo of World Trade Center and Majora's Mask, right?
Yes, exactly.
you're
Dave's a
being
Zelda
contradicted.
purist, so okay.
So like basically everyone in town is like staring at this moon and they're being overcome with either love or longing for love. The next morning, Cher wakes up next to Cage and basically immediately panics, saying she's going to ruin her luck again by doing things untraditionally. Cage says that he's in love with her, but Cher insists that they never see each other again. But Cage agrees on the condition that she goes to the opera that night with him. And she agrees, basically quickly does her jobs, then goes to the hair salon, gets her hair done nice, buys some fancy clothes to get ready for the opera, and then gets ready and takes a cab out to the opera house where she finds Cage kind of standing by a fountain, dressed up nicely, looking anxious.
Looking like a straight vampire.
Yeah.
No, he really does. Kind of like a snackish vampire, though.
Well, yeah, definitely snackish.
He does look pretty handsome, I have to say. This is one of his most handsome roles.
Yes.
Yeah, between this
Both
and
the
Red
both
Rock
the
West.
scraggles and cleaned up. He cleans
Yes.
up nice.
I was gonna say Red Rock West and this are like pretty tied for me.
Oh, and Zandali.
Yes, Andally, absolutely.
God. I don't want to think about that movie.
Thoughts on Zandali, Liz? What are your thoughts on Zandali?
That movie was really wild.
It is. It's very
It's-
problematic.
Yeah.
He had an accent in that one,
Yo,
yeah, he was.
I think he had a bit of
like
a
New
nuance.
Orleans or something.
Yeah, New Orleans accent.
Yeah, he tries that a lot, but it doesn't really work. And he also tries sexual assault a lot. And
And just downright
Oh.
rape in that movie.
yeah, that
Yeah,
movie,
that one was crazy.
yeah, that's a big trigger warning before watching that movie because holy shit.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, and I had never heard of that one.
Yeah,
Yeah, I hadn't
Yeah,
either.
same here. But it's despite all the terrible things about it, it's a family favorite on
Yeah.
this show.
It's like, if you really like sex, you'll like Zandali. I'll just say that.
Okay.
Uh,
I was talking to audience specifically.
Yeah. I recommend it.
Absolutely. Like you
Sex
said,
or Zandali?
Both.
to the audience, both.
Yeah,
Mm.
okay, that's fair. All right.
Hell yes. It also seems that Cosmo is with his like mistress at the opera that night as well, although Cher doesn't notice at first. But meanwhile, Rose is dining alone at the local Italian restaurant because she's sad because she knows her husband is out with another woman, and she sees John Mahoney, Frasier's dad. Um, that's important.
Yes.
Maybe this is Frasier's mom. We don't know. But
Yeah, the moon really should have been hovering over the Space Needle.
Yeah.
I think.
Just on the opposite side of the country.
But she sees John Mahoney get a drink thrown in his face and his date storming off, and the two of them decide to have dinner together instead of each having it alone.
Yeah, she sees a man who clearly is not great at dating, and she thinks, why not go on a date with this guy?
Yeah, right.
Apparently Mahoney too like teaches communications at NYU, which I think it's just funny to teach communications and see a date go that badly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he needs to freaking recheck his lesson plan, buddy.
Yeah. After their like brief dinner together, Rose starts to like walk down the street on Mahoney's arm, but bumps into her father-in-law, who does live with them, walking his dogs. He gives her like a little like surprised, depressed look and walks away.
Yeah, he's got like 30 dogs, and he just keeps saying like "Bafangilia."
Yeah, it's just yelling random Italian things at the dogs.
Hey, mamma mia! I'm a walking over here.
I think the character's name is Chef Boyardee.
It's Chef Boyardee.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Yes,
I like it a ragu. It's just like that.
Basically, Mahoney tries to get into Rose's house, but she says, like, no, I'm a married woman, and I'm too old for you anyways, and he walks away kind of disappointed. So at the opera, Cage and Cher, like, they have a moment together where Cher is, like, crying as she watches, like, the opera performers giving it their all, and she, like, loves the show, and on the way out, she sees her father and his mistress. And basically, Cosmo and Cher agree to say they didn't see each other there because
It's pretty much the bro code.
afterwards, like on the way home, Cage tries to convince Cher that they should be together and that she's throwing her life away, selling herself short being with Johnny because Johnny's he's a schmuck, he's a fool who made him lose his hand.
Do we ever find out why Ronnie doesn't give a shit that his mom is dying?
I think he said like a line in passing that his mom never liked him.
Okay. Because the whole time I was wondering, like, are you gonna like visit your dying mother at any point, or are you just gonna keep like sleeping with your brother's fiance?
Well, I think the thing is that there's just so much bread to make. He just doesn't have the time.
That's true. I mean, bread in every sense of the word. He's making it.
He's making those fucking stacks.
So Cher says like she needs to go. She's still marrying Johnny and she's not giving up on that. But then Cage gives her like a sort of impassioned speech about how like they're put on this earth to make mistakes and love the wrong people and do all the wrong things, but still enjoy the moments of it as it comes along. And this pretty much convinces her, and she goes into his apartment with him. But then the very next scene, we see Johnny, Danny Aiello, is returning from Sicily, and he shows up at Cher's house.
What the heck? Get out of here. What are you doing at my house?
Yeah, what the hell, buddy? She isn't there, but her mother is, and Rose and Johnny talk a bit, and Johnny says there's been a miracle and that his mother has fully recovered. Apparently, after he told his mom that he was getting married, his mom just like got up, like all the color went back to her face, and she started making dinner for everybody there.
Yeah, she was so fucking mad that she just came right back to life.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's what that song, that Evanescence song was about.
Yeah, Bring Me to Life. It's if you read between the lines, it's about being pissed that your son is getting married because it's a Freudian thing.
Yeah,
exactly.
So the next day, Cher returns home. Cher is extremely happy until Rose tells her that Johnny is back, and she starts freaking out. Then Cage shows up at the door saying it's time to get like everything on the table, and he like demands to like sit down, and Rose offers him like some oatmeal. Cosmo steps on down, and Cosmo's dad, I don't remember his name, Chef Boyardee, I think might call him.
Chef Boyardee, yes.
Yeah. And all 5 of them have breakfast together. Rose confronts Cosmo about his affair, and he says he'll stop, and she tells him he also has to go to confession because they're a religious family here.
It's important to get those sins off your chest, you know?
Yeah.
And to be
get it all
fair,
out
talk
there.
about confessional. I don't think we should trust Nick Cage in a confessional ever again in a movie.
Yeah, I was a
Why'd
little
you
bit
have
nervous.
to remind me of that? Well, Nick Cage isn't going into it. It's Cher's not real dad,
But
but
still,
dad in the movie.
confessional and Nick Cage should not be in the same sentence together.
It's true.
Yeah, I think we're past that.
So finally, Johnny shows up, and he says he can't marry Cher because if he does, he thinks his mother is going to die. So I don't know how he got this idea in his head exactly, but
It's just
it's
obvious correlation, you know.
Classic Italian
Yeah.
superstition.
You see your mom and she doesn't die, and you're like, you know what? That commitment thing, I'm not feeling it.
Yeah.
That's just how it works.
I mean, so in his mind, he tells his mom he's getting married, and it reanimates her and brings her back to life. And then he wants to kill her.
Yeah,
I mean, I
maybe.
feel like either like
Yeah, I don't really get there's you should like do the opposite.
yeah, I feel like it makes more sense that him not getting married would kill her, but maybe he actually does want her dead. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he does.
He wants that inheritance of 15 margarita pizzas.
That's a good point. And some
Oh my
gnocchi.
Yeah, and
But-
some ragu.
Basically, as soon
some
as they hear
penne.
that,
They're so classy.
as soon as they hear that, Cage then immediately proposes to Cher, like literally giving her the ring that was from her his brother.
Which I believe he got from one of those like coin dispenser things at the buffet.
Oh,
You
yeah.
put your quarters in and it gives you
Yes.
like one of those plastic rings.
No,
It
it was his pinky.
It was
ring.
yeah,
I
well
forgot to
that's where
mention
he
that.
got it, but it was
Yeah.
his pinky ring.
Yeah, that's true.
That he got from the old country buffet back in like 2012.
Yes.
Cher says yes and says she's like madly in love with him, which her mother says is a shame. And they all pop champagne and celebrate, and that's Amore plays again, and that's pretty much the whole movie right there.
Basically a fucking really big pizza pie, this one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
This movie like remind me of all the good times of New York City, like Italians being stereotypes, probable future domestic violence, and the 9/11 with the Twin Towers in the background. So like everything about this movie is very emblematic of 9/11
Yeah.
and New York City in
But
general.
I'm not getting where the probable future domestic violence came from.
I mean, you
but-
got to think about it. I mean, anyone who got married before 1998 has beaten their wives. Like, let's be honest.
How many
Okay,
of those are
I-
cops?
What?
Is that because everybody prior to 1998 was a cop?
Yes, that's true. Yes.
But yeah, overall thoughts, everybody?
I liked it. I will say I was expecting it to be a little, especially from the, you know, Nick Cage's legendary line in the bottom of the bakery. I was expecting it to be a little bit more like wild in its portrayals, but it was pretty muted film otherwise.
Yeah. But it was good. Liz, what makes this a top contender for you?
Well, it's interesting for me to hear you guys talking about it, having seen it as adults and knowing nothing about it. This movie came out when I was like 8 years old.
Bold to call any of us adults, but thank you.
Yes, exactly.
And I remember watching it just over and over, you know, and my whole family loved it. We enjoyed it. It was a huge hit, won all those Academy Awards. And
Absolutely.
it is kind of old-fashioned movie, even at the time.
Yes.
It's like a 1940s movie.
Yeah, the way I see it, like all the characters and their like traditions, and I'm like, I don't understand any of this. Like, this was a movie that was not made for my generation at all.
Yeah, I think we should probably remake this one with like Tinder. They like they meet on Tinder because they're in a
Yeah, that's the only way we'll understand this, right?
yeah, I mean
And
anything
and
beyond
they
that.
meet at Nick Cage's characters like at a Starbucks instead of the big shop.
No.
He's in a Zoom call with his dying mom.
Yes.
She's dying of COVID.
Okay,
Yeah.
now we're onto
Yeah.
something.
Everyone's wearing masks. Yeah.
She's on a
We've
attached,
got to write up the remake of this
Yeah,
film.
exactly.
she's attached to a breathing apparatus in a bed next to Jordan Peterson.
Yeah, and the story about how instead of losing his hand, he lost his phone. Like, I wasn't paying attention, and I dropped my phone in the
Nah.
blender.
Yeah.
I lost my phone! I lost my friends with benefits!
All my freaking Pepe memes were on
So-
that thing.
I'm thinking,
Based.
wait, who do we get for the two main actors for this modern day one? Or to replace Cher? I'm thinking like Ariana Grande.
No, I think we should get like
Well,
Tana Mongeau and Jake Paul.
Oh,
Well, it does have to be a
okay.
God.
That's like the worst movie I can think of. Why'd you have to do that?
Jake Paul and then Logan Paul in drag as the wife.
No, we get fucking.
No, they'd just be the brothers. That obviously makes sense.
No,
okay.
Let's get SS Sniper Wolf and PewDiePie together.
Oh God.
I don't know. They're riffing on this. I gotta say, I love this movie. I thought this was a really good movie.
I'm not trying to rip on the movie.
No, the movie's good. I'm just saying our remake is a lot better.
I don't know.
Yeah,
about that.
I think, let's see, it has to be a pop superstar and a major sex symbol. So I'm going to say like Kesha and Joe Rogan.
But what about Adam Driver?
Ooh.
Oh my.
Okay, yeah, I mean,
Adam Driver could easily play Nick Cage's character.
do you think Marriage Story was attempting to be a remake of this movie?
I didn't actually see that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's one of those good movies that sucks.
Well, I didn't see it either, but it's famous for like really over the top monologues, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Nicolas Cage,
That's Nick Cage.
should have punched a hole in a wall for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess he didn't want to break his hand.
Oh yeah, you
so-
don't want to lose his other hand.
Well, yeah. Well, to be fair, I think speaking of punching holes in the wall, we should. Who would be the Kyle of this remake?
Ooh,
Get Machine Gun Kelly in there.
yeah, get some MGK in there. He's
Oh.
kind of
This remake is gonna be so good, dude.
MGK is unique in that he's already one of our best musicians and our best actors. all
So,
in
so
one,
yes, a remake of Moonstruck exclusively on YouTube Red.
yes, or Quibi, rest in peace.
Or Redbox's streaming platform next to Fanatic.
Oh God,
But yeah, you know, maybe this movie is a little like traditional or something like that, but there's something about it that this movie is like really charming. The characters are like intensely likable.
You know,
I
that's the
feel
thing.
like,
Is sometimes it just hits like a pizza pie.
Yeah.
That's some more.
it's amore. And you know, the movie when Moonstruck hit my eye, it was like a big pizza pie.
yeah, I mean, it is a very charming movie. I like to think that it's kind of a lot like Me, and that it's pretty funny and very sexy.
Yes. Yes. And also, I feel like this was like the last age of movies that could just show like and like insinuate people are having sex and still be a PG movie,
Yeah,
which is kind of interesting. I'm down for it.
As always, PG does stand for pretty good, and
Yeah.
that's what I would rate this movie.
The one complaint I have kind of about this is maybe the ending feels a little convenient. Like everything got wrapped up really quickly and nicely. But I mean, it's a romantic comedy movie, so it's kind of
To be fair
expected.
though, I think at least the Johnny like breaking off the engagement with her just for convenience does like line up with that character really fucking well.
Oh yeah,
Like
it's true.
honestly, even though it doesn't seem to make a lot of sense, I kind of think that was like he was literally just trying to make an excuse for why he didn't want to get married to her.
Yeah,
I don't think he actually meant it.
I mean, as Liz mentioned, this was kind of old fashioned even at the time, and I feel like it's just a good old fashioned happy ending.
Yeah.
It's true. I mean, like I was expecting it to be a happy ending at the end, but
Yeah.
Like
It-
the
it-
value
it's, not,
was,
it's not really a complaint. I was just saying it could have. You know, it seems a little convenient, but it's not.
Yeah,
Not-
Jess
I was gonna say,
texted me
like,
like
the-
trash ending.
the values of this movie, like yeah, back in the 40s, like even people wearing zoot suits back then would have been like, "Yo, man, this I don't know, what the fuck is this, yo?" As they'd be like.
Yeah, those fucking zoot suit slang slinging motherfuckers from the 80s.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, bro, I
Oh,
don't,
for
I
the
don't fuck with
40s,
I don't
you
fuck with
said.
these. I don't fuck with these morals, bro.
You're talking about David Byrne, right? Just a giant suit talking about
Swag.
swag. Yeah. When the swag goes by.
Watching the swag go by. But yeah, I don't know. I really like this movie.
Yeah, I like it too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I will say.
I feel like I probably have to watch it again when it comes out on Criterion next month.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Criterion.
I did pre-order it after seeing this.
Movie number 1056.
Okay.
And yeah, it was a good movie. I would say it lived up to the expectations. I was very eager to hate this movie because everybody told me I had to like it. And I just, I had to be honest with myself and freaking like this movie.
I was very eager to like understand why like Nick Cage didn't have a hand in this movie.
Yeah,
And I was glad I finally found out why.
because it's a great story.
It's a great story, yes. Prompted with threats of suicide as well.
Yeah, God. Yes, well,
Well,
that
to be
was
fair,
as revenge
that's-
against his brother.
and to
not
be fair,
against
that's why I said probable domestic violence, because that is a very abusive tactic.
That is true, but he was trying to abuse his brother, not his
I
brother.
think it would have been funny though if
No, I'm not trying to excuse
when they
that,
like woke
but
up the morning after.
I think he was just fucking around. But
it would be funny if he was like, "Meet me at the opera tonight, or I'll kill myself."
Yeah.
God. But yeah, that's kind of all I have to say on Moonstruck at the moment.
Yes, I was gonna say we're gonna do a summary.
Oh yeah, Dave. Did you catch any of the what Moonstruck was about?
No.
Okay.
What?
Nope.
What?
Yeah, I didn't think so.
What?
Yeah,
What?
that's
No,
this is
what?
kind of exactly.
Let's do it.
I'm
Let's
legit.
do
I'm legit
He's
surprised
pretty high up there,
considering
apparently.
considering that there's a character in this movie named Rose, and she probably gets a kiss. I don't know if I paid attention. They didn't play "Kiss from a Rose" by
Yeah.
Sia.
Oh, yeah.
And she,
I mean, that kind of works with this movie too, but
that's true. And I think the one thing, if I could make a really bad joke, is
Yeah.
that Rose should have freaking found the heart of the freaking ocean. And that's, we'll just put some applause in there.
So yeah, then I guess we would go on to Mike's Amazon reviews.
So I do have some fantastic reviews from the general public. I think some definite Italians in here, so authentic, to the bone. Thank you, Dave. We're gonna get sued for this episode for sure.
Maybe.
Between all the Black Eyed Peas and the Seal. I have a review from Eleonora Puglisi, who's got to be Italian. And Eleonora says, I received Moonstruck DVD in a timely manner, but have the Bose player couldn't read the DVD, which was very disappointing. I tried viewing on my computer, but to no avail. This has led me to believe that it was a pirated copy. Otherwise, there would be no reason not to be able to view. Very disappointed. So sorry to Eleonora. I hope you got that figured out.
Yeah. Hopefully the pirated copy you bought on DVD from Amazon. I mean, hopefully you can get a refund.
Is it pirated in the same way that the Borat DVD was looked pirated? Or is it
Yeah, I hate when I get a DVD from Amazon in the mail and it's just like a CDR or DVDR in a fucking jewel case.
Yeah, CDR says Moonstruck, and then right underneath it says Big Booty Bitches of LA too.
I have a review from Florentino E. Ortiz, who says...
These fucking, like, Iberian names, what the fuck?
Florentino says, I saw this movie a long time ago. 3 stars. So, I mean, at least he's seen it. I have a review from Beach Life, who wrote a review called If You're Italian. And Beach Life says, watch this movie with my Italian friends. Loved it. Non-Italians don't get it. And it was not enjoyable to them. Almost painful to watch.
Damn.
So
See, I'm not Italian, although like I think half of the other regulars on this podcast are Italian.
yeah, you got to be a paisan to really get this. Jess is just pretending to have understood this movie because she thinks it makes her smarter or whatever.
No, I just I get it because I went to Mike's house a lot when he was a kid. And I listened to them yell in New York Italian accents.
I mean, the most Italian place I've been to is Niagara Falls, Canada. That should tell you how Italian I am.
And I mean, there's a lot of pasta sauce there, so
Yes,
that's
there is.
fair.
That's right.
Yeah.
Are there not a lot of Italians in Wisconsin?
No.
Everybody's German here, I think.
Yeah, literally everyone's either German or Polish here.
Yeah.
Or Scandinavian too.
Hey, I'm Italian.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's,
well,
I
you're
said
not
half
from
of
here,
the others,
though.
and when
Come on,
Taylor
man.
said he wasn't.
Yeah.
Dave's from Illinois, so
Yeah, if you're
he's a certified deep dish paisan. This next review is from Bill H, which I believe is probably Bill Hader. And Bill H says, was a gift, no review. 3 stars.
Wait.
So
Wait.
again, you don't have to review stuff on Amazon. This of
Wait,
course,
so he gifted it. He gifted a movie he didn't watch.
no, received as a gift. So
Okay.
not even a verified purchase. This person got it, logged on to Amazon, and then said, I don't have a review, 3 stars.
He just needs to log it.
Yeah, this was before Letterboxd. So
Maybe it's his way of putting it on his watch list. I don't know.
I guess. I have a review from D. Jackson, who says, Prime, then not Prime? What? Very disappointed. We started watching the movie, didn't finish it, went back 2 days later, and it was no longer on Prime. It was on my watch list. How can you change it in the middle of the movie? It's a great movie. Love it. Wanted to watch it. Had seen it years ago. Amazon, what up? So yeah, I think before Amazon takes anything down off Prime, they should just make sure that nobody's
In the
paused
middle?
it in the middle.
Yeah.
2 days ago.
See, it's kind of like when the Xbox Live servers went down and people were still playing Halo 2 for days at a time to make sure the servers were still up.
Yeah. And
Just do that for Moonstruck.
I have a review from Corey Haight or Height. I don't know. Who
How's it spelled?
Haighd.
Oh.
Corey Haight, because Corey hates this movie. He wrote a review called Italians, the movie.
To be fair, if that were a movie, I would watch that.
Yeah, we watched it. It's called Moonstruck.
Italian Job 2, more Italians.
Italian Job is definitely something on Urban Dictionary.
Corey writes, it's just an Italian movie talking the entire time. So boring, I couldn't care less. 2 stars.
Oh.
At least it's more substantive than a couple of them.
Yeah, it's better than the one-word reviews.
I don't know. I disagree with that review intensely, and maybe I'm laughing at stereotypes here or something. But I thought this movie was great. And,
Would you
I do
disagree
enjoy
though
some
that it's just an
characters.
Italian movie talking all the time?
I don't know that it's an Italian movie talking all the time. I don't even. How is that split up grammatically? I don't understand.
I mean, I don't know the intended sentence there, but I would have to agree that Italian too much in this talking movie.
Yeah.
So, got a review from Mark33 who says, "Share makes me want to vomit in my mouth, gargle with it, and spit it on the ceiling." Not really the vibe I got from this movie.
Yeah, not what I got.
You know,
and also,
honestly,
why
this
is he
dude-
hating on Cher that much?
She's great in this
okay,
movie.
listen.
Looks fantastic. What is vomit?
We got him
worthy?
at Turn Back Time is not a good song. I understand where he's coming from.
I mean, Turn Back Time is
Half-Breed
not that
vaguely
great.
racist.
I'm not into a lot of her music, but I don't know, it's not vomit-inducing.
She invented auto-tune,
and
so I hope this guy's not a Lil Yachty fan
And I was gonna
because
say,
I will
Jess,
destroy him.
To be fair, Cher has a song that's very based on this movie. Do you believe in life after love?
Yeah, and that is actually about this movie.
Yes. I will say though, Cher is pretty cute in this movie.
Yeah, she looks great. And the original lyrics to that was, "Do you believe in love after life? I killed my husband by accident."
Uh-huh.
He ran into my knife. That's what.
Do you believe in life after losing your hand and your pride?
Yes.
No, I'm sorry.
I have a review from Hank Reardon who says, "Caricatures. All the men are stupid jerks who screw up their own lives and the lives of those around them. Fortunately for the safety of New York City, all the women are wise, patient, and nurturing, and manage to get all the bozos back on track. No wonder why my wife thinks this is the best movie of all time."
I don't know what's wrong with that review though. It's just everything in what he's saying is just objectively true. I don't
Yeah, it's
understand
just
why
like
he
you
has a
got to
problem
stop discriminating against men, basically.
with it. Yeah, it's an MRA review.
we have it pretty hard in this society.
Listen, all I want is for
Absolutely.
men to
You're
go their own way
also-
around here.
Oh my god.
No, that sorry, Taylor thinks that was Stevie Nicks in this movie. I have a review from JR who says, too much talking for me. This is a movie, JR. An Italian guy with an itchy scalp waits for dessert to ask an Italian woman to marry him. Meanwhile, his brother with a wooden hand in a pizza shop and their mother try to stop the wedding.
It's not a pizza shop, it's a bakery.
Yeah.
Well, you bake pizza, so.
Oh.
There's a lot of strange cultural dialogue and customs in this movie I did not understand. If you don't enjoy listening to a lot of conversation in kitchens and bedrooms, I would avoid this one.
Okay. Jess, do you have any opinions on that?
I have no fucking idea. I don't know what to say about that. He's just Holy fuck.
I have a couple more. Laura says, didn't order this movie, 1 star. Deborah, Moonstruck is goddamn comedy garbage. Who writes Moonstruck? Yeah, more like Moon Suck.
Oh.
1
yes,
star.
we do know that Deborah is your like female alter ego. So
Yes. And then my last review is from Allison Clayton, who writes, Rapid Delivery. Love this movie. 1 star.
Wait, what?
What the fuck? I don't.
one
You
of those
got it
things where-
quickly.
What more could you want?
You
Less is
love
more.
the movie. 1 star. Did they think that the less stars, the better?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, because it's like 5. That's too many stars. It would, knock the movie down into the garbage off your shelf.
You know, listen, I liked how fast this movie came, and honestly, really good movie. Fuck this movie.
I really love this movie, and for that reason, don't buy it because I have shit taste.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
like
know. I don't know what.
like, yeah, movie came quick. Good movie. I hate it.
I really love this movie, and that's why I don't want you to buy it, because I want to buy all of the stock
Yes,
of the DVD.
please.
Yeah, it's like the person who wanted to buy all those Shaq food. They just want to get all the DVD copies. Extra.
So
Oh,
those are
goddamn.
the Amazon reviews, and I think that wraps it up for Moonstruck.
Well, yeah, so that's everything from Moonstruck right now. Just, we're going to take a short little break, and then we'll be back to you with G-Force, the returning champion.
I was waiting for you guys to bring up Bryan Singer.
Oh, yeah. You know,
We've
I've
been
been
slacking on the Bryan Singer
I
references
can't
in the
believe
last few
it. We
episodes, I
haven't
think.
mentioned him yet.
well, we're going to talk about
I
Bryan
was.
Singer.
I'm like, what the hell?
We're going to talk about Bryan Singer probably more so in G-Force, because I feel like G-Force is more of a Bryan Singer movie.
See, this is something I say frequently, but big mistake for Cher not to be an X-Men First Class, because then I would have brought it up right away.
Oh my god, yeah. To be fair, Cher should have played Storm.
Cher should have played Mystique because Jennifer Lawrence is a real bummer as Mystique.
Was it Rebecca Romaine? Was that her name?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Rebecca Romaine Stamos.
Yes, true. I think
Oh, they're
Rebecca
divorced
Romaine.
now too.
Yeah,
Yes,
they
they
are
are.
divorced. But
Which she
pretty-
was at the time.
Well,
pretty cool to
I believe-
kiss Uncle Jesse.
yes. I believe she got married to someone with the last name of Lettuce.
God,
That was horrible. I'm sorry. That was really fucking bad.
that
That was quite the dad joke.
Was
That's-
she
I mean,
married
that's
to
the
Jerry
thing.
O'Connell?
I am very much of a family man, so.
Wait, she's married to Jerry O'Connell now.
I think so.
Oh,
Okay.
more
Yeah.
like I was gonna say Scary O'Connell, but he's handsome.
Oh, late on the draw.
Family
but-
Man drop was like 30 seconds late.
Yeah. He's got to make up for it. Are we recording, Dave?
Start recording, because then let's push it. No.
No. What? What? No.
Okay, I think that means we're recording.
I think we're recording. Dave,
think
go
we're recording too.
go eat something. He's fucking losing it up there.
Well, with the budget that we give him, he can't even fucking buy anything. So.
Yeah, the budget that we give him, pretty hard to buy food on the budget that we give Dave.
Hey, eventually we'll get $10 in the Patreon, and we'll actually break even and can start paying people.
Well, we're already 60% there, so.
But I feel
Oh
like
shit! Was there an ooh-ah? I'm at.
Yeah.
once we do start paying people, Dave is fairly low on the totem pole, even though
All right. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
but all right. Welcome back, everybody, and we're gonna talk about G-Force now. This is a returning champion from round one. Went
I
up
hate
against.
this movie, so I'm gonna go make a salad.
Okay.
go eat. But also, see, Dave's cranky because he hasn't eaten. He doesn't hate this movie. He loves it.
Yeah, he loves
Yes.
So I hate this movie.
Oh, I thought you left already. Go away.
it. Go eat, Dave. Come on,
Everyone
man.
here definitely has super positive feelings about this one.
I honestly have very positive feelings about this movie. I mean, mostly HIV
Whoa.
positive feelings about this movie.
God.
Classic.
What?
You almost like animal cruelty.
Yeah,
classic
really.
comedy. It's got farts. It's got probably endangering animals.
I'm pretty sure that Richard Gere was responsible for the production of this movie.
Yeah,
Put forward, he was like one of the angel investors of this movie.
Richard Gere was the producer, which is why they had to go in and animate all the guinea pigs, which they weren't planning to do originally.
Well, there's that scene in the beginning. Oh, you know,
That's
we
less
should
animal
wait
cruelty.
until we get to the synopsis.
Okay.
Here.
Well, G-Force, just a quick refresher on all the stats about this one. It came out in 2009. This movie is rated PG.
Wait, how the fuck is this movie the same rating as Moonstruck?
Yeah,
when
I feel
Moonstruck
like-
literally has sex in it.
They
It
don't
was a different
show
time.
it.
And also,
Well, to be fair, this movie is animal cruelty, so it should be rated R.
I think, let's see, there's 15 farts in this movie. So if there had been 3 more farts, it would have to be PG-13.
Those guinea pigs were horny.
That's
Oh,
the-
yeah, they
yeah,
were very horny.
They were very horny, and also it's kind of odd that we give these guinea pigs the technology to be able to speak, and they already, talk just like us, and they say things that are irrelevant to them and would only make sense for a human. So that's
Yeah. Sure.
If my cat or my dog could talk, they would say like, "Hey, how come you didn't freaking get me those Gucci boots?
Yeah.
Freaking over here that I like
wear
to wear."
wear them apple bottom jeans.
Yeah, with the boots, with the fur. Is Dave back up there already?
That was like record time.
Whoa.
Okay, it's still playing, but so this was directed by Hoyt H. Yeatman Jr., a man with a hell of a name.
Yeah.
Written by Cormac and Marianne Weberly.
Who also wrote National Treasure.
Oh yes, they did. Okay.
Oh sure.
And Charlie's Angels Full Throttle.
To be fair, I mean, literally, those movies will win Cage Fight because Charlie's Angels has Nick Cage in it, right?
It should.
Oh fuck, it doesn't. Okay. Now, to be fair, was that the one directed by Mick G and starring Crispin Glover?
That's the first one.
Oh, okay, fair.
Because Crispin Glover is the hair sniffer, which actually that should have been Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
This is produced by Walt Disney Pictures and Jerry Bruckheimer Films. A runtime of 90 minutes and a budget of $150 fucking million.
Which is insane.
This is one of the biggest budget movies we have ever seen on this show. In fact, I can't think of one that's higher off the top of my head.
It makes me wonder.
Fucking gerbil guinea pig movie.
It makes me wonder if,
Gerbils
like,
and guinea pigs are very different.
If,
But still, you heard me.
was Disney confident that this was going to be a hit, or did they just have enough money to piss away that they don't give a shit?
Well, I don't know. I feel like they must have thought it was a hit, but they're not. They
Well,
weren't wrong.
I
Because
think
this movie made just shy of $300 million, so it got back like twice its budget.
I mean, I've mentioned this on the podcast before, but like Disney has since essentially disowned this movie. Like they don't really. This isn't part of the Disney canon, really, if you will.
Yes.
For a movie that
Is this part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
it actually probably is.
I can't wait for they're going to cross over with Guardians of the Galaxy or some shit. I
Yeah,
can feel
Robert
it.
Downey Gerbil.
Yes. Well, after Chris Pratt gets canceled, they'll replace Chris Pratt with all the
With
G-Force.
Tracy Morgan guinea pig.
Yes, I mean Tracy Morgan would be a definitely fantastic Star Lord. So, and he probably doesn't have any "Don't Tread on Me" shirts.
Yeah.
So
So Rotten Tomatoes has got 22% from critics, 39% from audiences.
and that's 22% of critics who actually know what the fuck they're talking about.
Yeah, I was gonna say 22% is pretty criminally low for this movie.
Yeah, and as we say normally on this show, we love critics. We love the critics.
Yeah.
We hate the people. But in this case, the critics are a piece of shit.
Yeah, and I think the thing is that the critics actually counted how many fart jokes there were in this movie. They're like, oh, that's 1%.
Oh yeah.
Going into a plot summary here, and we did do a very in-depth plot summary of this one on episode 8. So go back and listen to that if you want something more in-depth. But right now I'm just going to do a quick, 2-paragraph summary here. Zach Galifianakis runs an organization that uses animals for secret missions. Among them are the guinea pigs Darwin, played by Sam Rockwell, Juarez, played by Penelope Cruz, and Buster, played by Tracy Morgan. And their mole ally, Speckles, who is played by Nicolas Cage.
Yes.
Why not?
And
exactly.
they are being very ethical in hiring these animals.
Extremely.
The entire reason that they give them the ability to talk is so that they could consent to working, so it's not technically like slave labor.
Yeah. So they're all on the G-Force, or they're not actually named that, but Buster, Tracy Morgan, a guinea pig, decides to name themselves that, are trying to stop a plan by Leonard Saber, a tech guru who is secretly plotting to take over the world with hidden chips in all of his gadgets, that all the household appliances and stuff that he has around. And this is called Project Clusterstorm and will begin in 24 hours. But before they can take care of Saber, the G-Force program is being shut down by the FBI because it's a really stupid fucking idea.
What are you talking about?
Like,
We've tried everything else.
Yes.
Listen, sometimes when you just get like a multi-million-dollar deal from Richard Gere, you can't let that shit fucking go.
Maybe they just had a bunch of guinea pigs lying around and they're like, let's put them to work.
To be fair, like shit like MK Ultra happened, so I wouldn't be surprised if there wasn't some fucking G-Force like program happening. But luckily, the guinea pigs managed to get away before the feds get a hold of them, and they continue going on their mission to expose Leonard Saber. Due to several setbacks, such as getting caught in a pet store and one of the characters farting all the time, they are unable to stop Clusterstorm from activating, and appliances all over the world turn into robots and start attacking people. And it seems this was not Saber's plan, but it was in fact Cage's, the mole, all along.
It's basically like taking revenge, basically doing eco-terrorism.
Yep, doing eco-terrorism, because Cage wants to punish humans for having killed his family and been bad to animals in general.
Which,
But,
honestly, I kind of have sympathy for that.
I do. As a vegetarian, like, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. No, honestly, Nick Cage mole character, you're the good guy.
Yeah, as a vegetarian, Nicolas Cage's character is probably the one animal that I would actually eat. It looks pretty good, pretty tender.
Looking like a snack, honestly.
Yeah.
But,
It's a fucking multi, like, fucking pronged nose he's got going on.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I want that everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Yummy.
anyways, the guinea pigs are able to stop Nicolas Cage by convincing him that, you know, it doesn't matter that your family was killed because we're your family now. You have us. We are family.
And it doesn't matter that humans are, you know, quickly spiraling the entire world into apocalypse. We're family.
Yeah, we're family. And then, basically, the whole G-Force gets back together, and having been proven that they can take down Saber, they are getting their funding restored by the FBI. And they all party to some Black Eyed Peas songs, and I think maybe some Flow Rida features or something were in there.
The whole gang, basically all the best ringtone music from the 2008 is in this 2009 movie.
Well, I think was Jason Derulo a thing yet? Because they could have
probably
they should have got some Jason Derulo stuff in there.
Should have got some Derulo.
Should have got some Chris Brown, maybe some Rihanna.
You heard that thing that I can't remember who it was, but somebody who used to date Jason Derulo says that he like shouts his own name during sex.
Really?
Did you hear about that? Yeah.
Jason Derulo.
Look it up.
I wouldn't disbelieve that.
So maybe he was busy doing that.
I feel like I heard a similar thing about Mariah Carey, but
that wouldn't surprise me. Real diva.
I am legit surprised they did not have like a single ladies moment in this movie. Beyonce song.
Yeah,
that wasn't club banger enough, because like the Black Eyed Peas songs, you know, that will catch the kids, but I feel like single ladies, you maybe got to be a little bit older to appreciate that one.
Are you saying that like kids can't relate to being single? What are you getting at?
I don't know. Okay, I just feel that maybe I'm insulting the Black Eyed Peas here, which gladly I'll do, but I feel like their songs are a little more childish.
Well, listen, Jess, I'm a B real with you here right now. Okay?
Okay.
The song choice in this movie was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
All I want to do, man, is I just want to listen to some fucking Black Eyed Peas. I want to listen to some late 2000s ringtone music. Man, fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Man, fuck yeah.
When I think of ringtone music, I'm thinking more like Walk It Out and like
like shitty like 2000s
Chain
crunk.
Hang Low, and that's the ringtone music I want to hear.
Yeah. See, this is the ringtone rap that descended from ringtone rap. This is like the second wave ringtone rap.
Yeah. Just like
not as good as the first wave. I'm an OG.
Just like there's a second wave of punk and emo, there was a second wave of ringtone.
Yeah, exactly.
And don't forget, though, Jess, the best subgenre ever of music came out of crunkcore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should have got some
Fucking Broken Side.
Should have got some Broken Side in this movie.
Oh God, I don't like it, but the kids do.
Jesus.
So that's the whole quick plot summary there. What's everybody's thoughts on this one?
You know what? I was honestly expecting to hate this movie more than I thought, but I didn't hate this movie. It's just kind of boring and stupid. I will say the fart jokes are very, very, very irritating, and they get old immediately. But I don't know. I this movie's just too boring for me to like outright hate.
Yeah, I mean it's not a bad movie. I agree that it's just like it just gets a little boring.
Yeah.
It does get a little boring, and what I'm going to say is actually surprising here. I enjoyed this more on the rewatch than I did the first time, or at least I didn't hate this as much as I remembered hating it initially.
There were a couple moments I wanted to talk about. There's
Well, Liz, what are your immediate impressions? Also,
I enjoyed it.
You enjoyed it?
Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I wasn't even gonna watch it. I was like, I've seen it already. I'm not gonna watch it again. And then today, I said, you know what? I better do my due diligence and refresh my memory. And I put it on Disney Plus.
Oh yeah.
And I was surprised. Like I was laughing. You know, there was one part when one of them said, like, I got a need for speed.
Oh yeah, there's another great line. Was it Yippee-ki-yay coffee maker?
Oh yes, I do remember that. I took very specific note of that in the first episode.
What? I know obviously like kids who are watching this are going to see us their parents. The parents are like, ha ha, I get that.
They put that in for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a fucking wild moment. I'm like, they really put that in this movie? Like a Die Hard reference?
There's that one kid sitting in the theater that's like, Daddy, he meant to say yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. What were you? I think you were not done, Liz, or I'm not sure.
Well, I mean, there's not much more to say. I mean, I did enjoy the music.
Oh, and I really do like this movie ripped off the mid-'80s Stephen King movie Maximum Overdrive. By having all the robots come to life and attack humans.
I didn't think about that, but yeah.
Which his son is planning on remaking.
Really?
Oh, shit. Well, that's the thing. They can't really get AC/DC back together because, of course, you know.
Wait, his son makes movies?
Yes.
Joe Hill. He's a writer.
Oh, yeah. I thought his son wrote books because I know he did write.
No, his son directed one movie, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yes. It's pretty
Did he
boring.
do that TV show?
Maybe
that Nostradamus?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, that might be right. I'm not.
I'm thinking of David
sure.
Cronenberg's kid. That's who made a movie.
Jimmy Cronenberg.
Yes, Jimmy Cronenberg. Yes. But yes, I do think it's funny that this movie ripped off Maximum Overdrive, which I did not expect. And then this movie also ripped off Maximum Overdrive by instead of Black Eyed Peas, they just played AC/DC.
No.
So that was actually the original choice, but they're like, nah, we got to make it more hip for the kids.
Yeah, I mean. Liz, were your kids friggin' trying to watch this movie every day? Like everybody was saying in the Amazon reviews?
I think back then, I remember we watched it a few times, but I could not get them to watch it with me tonight.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah, I think that's very fair.
My older son watched Moonstruck with me.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice.
Was that his first time?
No, he had never seen it before, and he loves Nick Cage.
Oh, hell
yeah.
Yes. We should get him on this podcast now.
That's our next guest.
He would do it.
Oh, hell yeah.
And he loves Nick Cage, and he said he liked the movie. He thought it was a little boring, but, you know, he enjoyed it. But no, he wouldn't watch D-Force with me.
Well, it's Nicolas Cage. Why not?
So he
had a bigger role than I thought.
Yeah, that's true.
He is absent from a lot of the middle of this movie, but he shows up very solidly in the beginning and ends.
Yeah,
so.
well, at one point he literally they think he gets fucking crushed in a garbage compactor.
Yeah.
Which once again though, that is something that needs to be reiterated. There is a lot of animal cruelty in this movie.
That is true.
Yeah,
I mean, at one point, Tracy Morgan's character literally says, "I'm pretty sure this is animal cruelty, but I love it."
Where the kid basically like makes the guinea pig like go around in a super fast like toy car, and also like the one girl like basically forces a guinea pig to like dress up and wear makeup all the time. Like
Exactly.
that's animal cruelty. Or like the mole going into the garbage compactor. That is animal cruelty.
But, you know, all in a day's work for the G-Force.
Yeah. And once again, even though they exist in a world where humans don't give a fuck about them, are willing to completely exterminate them, and at the end of it, they're like, oh, you can be part of this evil machine called the FBI. They're like, yay!
Yeah, they're super bootlickery
Yeah.
rodents.
They're like, yeah, I can't wait to help assassinate the guinea pig version of Fred Hampton next.
I mean, as Jess just mentioned,
and
they
send
literally
letters to
love
guinea,
animal cruelty.
Yeah. And send letters
so-
to guinea pig MLK telling him to kill himself. Like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I didn't hate this movie, but man, there's a lot of bootlicking messages in this fucking movie.
This doesn't play in 2020.
No, it don't.
Yeah.
Fuck feds. Fuck 5-0.
It was like the guy was shot with so much esteem.
Yeah, exactly.
Although Will Arnett did get a very honorable ending of having to go to Antarctica, so.
That's true.
Yes, where I believe the FBI has no jurisdiction.
Well, to be fair, America does have
we do
a claim, but they can't enforce any laws over there.
I think we should fucking nuke Antarctica into the fucking Stone Age.
That'd be a good idea, honestly.
Hell yeah.
I'm sick of them fucking penguins.
Yeah,
And,
I was
and
gonna
those
say, fuck those
Chileans, too,
penguins.
specifically.
Yeah.
Everybody's always like, it's melting, and I'm like, fucking finish the job.
Yeah. Let's speed this shit up.
Yeah.
I'm looking to end this world. But yeah, some of my thoughts in here. There is a lot of Black Eyed Peas music in this. Mostly the same two songs.
Yeah.
It's I Got a Feeling and Boom Boom Pow.
Gotta get that.
Boom Boom Boom.
Which the last time we watched this movie, I had not yet made a habit of like clipping out the song I Got a Feeling. And so rewatching it, it was like those opening chords they just like
they do hit different when you've heard the G-Force Gang drop 20 times.
Yeah, exactly. And so that song is sort of like a sleeper cell activator for the G-Force army.
Yeah. At this point, I'm gonna be out one day and they're gonna be playing that song in some random place, and I'm
You're just
gonna
gonna snap to it.
Yeah, you're gonna get PTSD from it. Yeah.
One thing that I didn't like at all was the stupid and pointless Juarez Blaster Darwin love triangle that went on for no fucking reason. I don't know.
Wait, which characters?
Yeah.
Penelope Cruz, Tracy Morgan, and Sam Rockwell. Those
Oh, yeah,
guinea
yeah, yeah.
pigs.
Well, I think
Yeah,
they
that-
just
that
wanted
was
something
stupid.
for the adults to enjoy.
Yeah, because as adults, I certainly fucking enjoyed that.
You know, with the the Die Hard references and the love triangles, there's fun for everyone.
Between animals.
Yes.
Specifically. Love triangles between animals.
Hey, you know what? Love is love.
Love Actually.
I don't know. It's just poorly characterized. Nobody seemed to care. They were all like, it felt like they were like, "Hey, we're supposed you're supposed to be dating one of us because you're a girl, and we're all in a movie together. So like,
Well-
who are you gonna choose?" And then she's like, "I don't know, maybe both of you." And then they're like, "I'm confused," and that's the whole.
My thing
love
is,
plot.
why are they trying to enforce monogamous values?
I don't know.
I don't
Yeah,
understand.
okay.
Why can't it be a guinea pig polycule?
Yeah, I
That's
think
true.
Disney is really into the idea of polycules in its movies, but
Yeah, and it started in 2006 about, so they're fully into polycule territory by this point.
Exactly.
one little line that went by in passing, like near the very end, Penelope Cruz's character said she spent 200,000 hours in the simulator, which I would just like to say adds up to 22.8 years.
Which is longer than the lifespan of a guinea pig by
Yes,
a lot.
She's the
guinea
Malcolm
pig,
Gladwell of
rarely lives
guinea pigs.
longer than 8 years. But yeah, she definitely got well more than her 10,000 hours in. In fact, 20 times that. So, the car chase that's in this movie?
Yeah.
Anyone remember that?
It's kind of lit.
It
It's,
actually was pretty good. I don't know. There's some serious stunt work there, and it's not CGI. That's like legit stunts.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot about this movie that's underappreciated, and I'm looking directly at Jess right now.
By the way, also the lighting in this movie is really good. The colors are very vibrant.
Yeah,
Just shades of blue over and over
It
again.
really strikes me as like the kids' version of a Michael Bay movie.
Yeah, it does kind of look like that. But to be fair, it is a spy movie about spy guinea pigs.
it's a spy
The-
thriller.
Well, it should have been a movie about spy kids.
Oh yeah.
That's true. And Danny Trejo should have been their uncle.
Oh
The,
my god, dude! Danny Trejo legit should have been one of the guinea pigs.
That's, I mean, a
Should've been one of the
huge
chinchillas or
oversight on
something,
Disney's
yeah.
part.
Yeah, should have been evil chinchilla if there's ever a G-Force 2.
If there's a G-Force 2, and I don't think this is too meta to do, there should be a Danny Trejo voiced guinea pig named Machete.
That would probably play to the adults, in all honesty.
Yeah, and
It's true.
that one kid. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
You know, the guinea pigs, the animation is pretty fucking good. But, I mean, it is a Disney movie, so you expect that, I
It
guess.
also had a budget of 150
Yeah, they had the
million
budget.
dollars.
Yeah, they did have the budget, certainly.
If it didn't look good, I would have beat Zach Galifianakis' ass.
I'm pretty sure the Cats movie had a comparable budget, and the CGI in that movie is pretty bad.
Also, I'm going to fact check this real quick. No, yeah, this is the same year as The Hangover. So pretty monumental year
Oh,
for
yeah.
our man,
That's
Zach G.
Yeah.
That's a big career for that's a big career. You know,
So
year
he
for him.
freaking padded his pockets.
But yeah, I don't know. That's kind of all I have to say about this again. Like, I don't know. The first time this came up in the bracket, I hated this. But this time around,
I just
I don't find myself hating it quite so much as just being like,
I honestly just don't know how you can hate it. It's not a good movie, but I just don't know how you can hate it.
Yeah, it's
I
not a good movie.
think I
It's
went
harmless.
into it. G-Force was one I noticed that was going to be on the bracket initially, and I was like, "Oh God, I'm gonna have to watch that guinea pig movie." I never wanted to watch that, so I was upset that I had to in the first place.
I mean,
But
honestly,
now,
just seeing Niecy Nash it ranked it up by like a point for me because she's a very underrated character actress.
Yeah, she's fantastic. And also, I would agree this is not a good movie. It's a masterpiece, modern Marvel, ironically in the Marvel universe.
yeah,
In the Aerosmith universe, because G-Force Records is the thing on Rock and Roller Coaster. So also,
which also
another
puts
huge
it
oversight.
into the Armageddon universe, right?
Yes.
And,
Yeah.
I don't want to close my eyes and have to listen to another Black Eyed Peas song.
Yeah, I think they cut the "I don't want to kiss a guinea pig," which was the parody of "I don't want to miss a thing." But yeah, Steven Tyler definitely should have been a fucking guinea pig in this movie.
Wait, should have been fucking a guinea pig in this movie?
Yeah, he's a rock star.
That's bestiality that would just lead to necrophilia.
That's too
you
much
understand
animal
that.
cruelty.
I mean, where are they going to draw the line? There's already animal cruelty in the movie, so
Yeah, I was gonna say they're already torturing animals, so we might as well just go full bore.
yeah,
And also get a boar.
yeah.
You like could
And,
make money off of this or something.
yeah.
Basically, freaking dream on if you want to see Joe Perry in this one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I got
So
it.
so
I can
our
see it.
idea for a G4 sequel is just have various members of Aerosmith rape guinea pigs.
Well, they can consent
What?
because they speak English.
What?
So,
Yes, that's true.
And
So-
apparently they're all interested in getting into some sort of relationship, aside from
Yeah.
Hurley, the fat
Yeah.
one who farts.
that's
Oh.
Fat and
and
he farts.
as Liz mentioned, they are horny as hell in this movie. So,
Okay, yeah. So I mean,
Uh,
to be fair, just bring them back to Aerosmith, roughly like 1979, and let's make it happen.
yeah, or now.
Or now too, yeah. I mean, Steven Tyler, I mean, dude, does look like a lady.
Yeah, I would ask Dave for his thoughts on this movie, but we already
What?
know that.
What?
Do we already know
what?
the Amazon reviews too?
No, we don't. I haven't done the Amazon reviews. That's a round 2 exclusive.
Don't worry, we've got a lot of seal to get through before we can get to that. No,
Dave.
but
These are very succinct thoughts on G-Force after a second viewing, Dave. We appreciate it.
yeah.
I would say you're not fired, but I'm really reconsidering that. So
Okay. Well, how about those Amazon reviews?
yeah, I got some fantastic reviews from all the G-Force lovers and haters out there. A lot of reviews by self-proclaimed grandmothers, including one who said, "My grandson liked this movie so much that he has the DVD now, but I still have the slipcover." So
Is that from the collector's edition of G-Force?
they're doing well. I have a review from Maya, who writes, "Watch this epic film. This movie is a cinematic masterpiece.
God damn.
I rented it for the movie's 11th year anniversary. My only regret is that I did not buy my own copy of the movie, as I know I'll need one for the 12th anniversary next year."
Okay, well, that came out this year, didn't it?
Okay,
Because
okay.
That's a 2020 review.
yeah.
Who knows? But
Mike, you wrote that review. Don't fucking lie.
Okay. If anybody knows the anniversary of G-Force, it is me. But I did want to pretend like that was ridiculous.
Oh, you wanted to pretend. I see.
Happy anniversary to G-Force. July 27th, 2020 was the date of that review. So we'll see you next year for the Big 12. Got a review from Robert D. McLaughlin Jr. Oh, it's titled Fun for the Family. G-Force is a 2009 Walt Disney Pictures spy-fi comedy film, which was released in the United States on July 24th, 2009. This film is fun for the whole family. As the directorial debut of Hoyt Yeatman, G-Force is a live-action film with lots of action and comedy. I think you will be pleased if you own this movie. This is a must-add to any movie buff's DVD collection. Go G-Force!
There really is a G-Force gang out there, isn't there?
We're out here, baby.
When I think of DVD collectors, I think of G-Force.
Yeah.
They stand G-Force.
I had to ridicule a bunch of people who considered themselves movie buffs because they didn't have this one. And so Criterion, get up on that. Let's get
Make sure you release it the same day as Moonstruck. Make it the Cage.
Yeah, hurry up on that. I have a review from Amazon customer who says, "Love it. Got it for my daughter who just got her own G-Force at home. She?
That's
she? Got it for my daughter who just got her own G-Force at home, which I guess means a guinea pig, and then it says she.
So you had to pointlessly gender that.
And I mean, I don't know if she was just like, okay, I'm going to write this review. My daughter liked this movie. And I'm going to end it with just my favorite Green Day song. Just throw that in there.
Or maybe she just really wants to emphasize the gender of her child.
The gender reveal for Amazon review.
She sent this Amazon review to her whole family to reveal the gender of her already born child. I have a review from Bonita W, who is a top contributor for coloring on Amazon.
Interesting.
So I think she orders a lot of stuff for her grandkids, but I don't know. I'm going to look into her reviews later. But for this one, she wrote, "Loved it. Yes, I am a grandma." Very brave opening. But I bought this for me. Whoa. Okay.
Damn.
I do have GPs as pets as well, and I can see their personalities.
General practitioners.
I can see their personalities, as is the case in this fun film. I really enjoy watching it, and it brings lots of laughs, and so do a couple of my friends enjoy it as well. Yes, the grandkids will watch it with me. This is just a fun movie, and I can't wait for more sequels to come out. ... So she must know that that's not going to happen.
Wait, all the ellipses, is that the end?
Yeah. Well, she writes her initials BW at the end.
And that's the thing. There does seem to be an actual G-Force gang, Jess. You're right. Like, there are factions in the G-Force gang war.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the G stands for grandmothers.
Yeah. Apparently, grandmas love watching Jon Favreau fart, and
I mean,
Tracy Morgan demanding Penelope Cruz choose one of them.
They've had enough years on this earth to truly appreciate art in its finest form. And so,
and fart art, very close, right?
Okay.
I have a review from Acom, who says the grandkids love this. We wore out our first DVD, had to get a new one.
Oh, okay.
I feel like you selectively handpicked all the positive ones here.
I don't know what you're talking about. I can't even imagine why there would be negative reviews for this movie. But I guess we'll see where this goes. Kelly writes, "Cute book for my nephew. He is 4.
Cute book?
So,
this is a book, yeah.
Maybe she just gave him she's like, "Here, nephew, this has the chapter titles on it. Like
Now, to be fair, is
insert
like
from
the
the DVD.
novelization of G-Force.
this is on the DVD.
It's like
This is-
300 pages.
If this was any other movie, we'd be hearing about how like the DVD didn't play 1 star, or like I. Had
Why
to
does
do
this DVD have pages?
Or hey, I had diarrhea real quick. I wasn't able to watch it.
Yeah, so that's why I feel that Mike is being selective here.
I have a review from DLW1844.
That
who
is
says,
a robot from the Star Wars universe.
Is that the year this person was born in?
D1844, too close to 1488.
Oh,
really?
no. But DLW1844 writes, love Disney movies, but this one was really good.
This one was really good.
Wait, this is the one you single out of the Disney collection?
Wait, I love.
Do you know that this is a Disney movie?
Yeah, you're not even including like Beauty and the Beast 3 on there? Come
Normally
on.
I only watch Disney movies, but I really like this Disney movie.
I don't understand the butt there.
I have a review from the fucking basically king of the internet. This review is written by Meme. And Meme says, phew, this movie stinks.
Oh.
Well, on the positive side, this movie was clean without too much crude humor. Of course, it has the gas-passing humor that you find in most films of this genre. Negatively speaking, this has to be one of the most boring and stupid movies that I've ever seen. It was just lacking something, and I never really cared if the rodents succeeded in their mission or not. So a big knock to the fart humor, which Taylor also got tired of, but you know what? I think it's really fucking funny.
It was
I mean,
great
it's
when he-
really funny.
Fucking
It's like,
fucking
it's
bending
like,
one leg over and letting out a toot.
it's like pretty fucking funny.
I have a review from Kelly Rao who says, modeling CGI animal cruelty. If any child believes a guinea pig can endure that much violent physical abuse without harm and imitates it even once to a far lesser degree, there will be a crippled or dead pet and a child with that trauma etched permanently into their memory. So yeah, this is basically like this is the type of movie that fucking Jeffrey Dahmer would have watched when he was pissing his bed and
Yeah, absolutely. This
Yeah.
is
Yeah, this
pissing his
movie's
bed,
definitely
playing with
very.
fire, and
I mean, to be fair, the boy and the girl who were playing with the guinea pigs, they did end up being like Eileen Wuornos and Jeffrey Dahmer. So yeah.
I have a review from Bob who says, "Can I play this on my Google Stadia?" And for the uninitiated, Google Stadia is a cloud gaming service developed and operated by Google, advertised to be capable of streaming video games up to 4K resolution at 60
I
FPS.
feel like this is a covert ad for Google Stadia.
I have never heard of Google Stadia.
I hadn't either.
I
That's
have.
why I had to look
I
it up. But
They had their own like game controller and shit and everything.
yeah,
Wait, when did this happen?
It's happened like a year or two ago.
Oh,
It's
okay.
pretty recent.
yeah, this is
That's
a
funny. While I was not paying attention to the podcast, I was reading a thing about how evil that is. So that's funny. That's the second time I've heard of it, and it all happened during this podcast.
well, that's beautiful. And to all the people out there who ordered this DVD and were expecting to play a video game or read a book, sorry.
I think there was a GeForce video game. Though.
There was, and maybe that's what they thought this was. But I can't imagine why somebody in 2020 would be trying to play the GeForce video game on their Google Stadia, because that sounds really fucking stupid.
Hey, sometimes some people are game collectors and they want to be able to play the
That's
classics.
true.
You should
he
not
needs
be
to-
insulting the GeForce gang like that. You as the head of it.
Well,
my friend.
Bob also gave this movie 1 out of 5 stars.
Oh,
because it was
because he
unplayable.
can't play the video game.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess I'd watch somebody speedrun the game, but not on the Google Stadia apparently. My last review comes from Destiny with an I, and she writes GeForce.
Now, to be fair, is she reviewing this movie for her child?
Yes. Actually,
so it's literally Destiny Child.
No, Destiny does have a child, but I think you'll find there's a twist in this review.
Okay. Oh God.
This movie
that was your time to
bites.
play Bugaboo, Dave.
started off funny and okay, but then got really weird. Psycho Rodents is not what I was expecting or what I want my child to see. Glad I watched it before my 4-year-old did. So
Psycho Rodents.
Psycho Rodents,
Rodent.
not safe for kids. Another David Byrne
Gotta
hit
squeeze those in.
in the bag. But I think if you're worried about a movie like scarring your children, it's good to watch it before they do. And so I'm glad that Destiny determined that this movie would fuck her kid right up.
You know, I believe Psycho Rodents was the name of like a 70s rock song. Psycho Rodents.
Yeah.
bad.
And so, okay.
I think I got you there.
If,
I believe, no, I think you're thinking of My Bologna.
yeah,
My blood.
if we could make a third
No,
song.
that was a. That was the Moonstruck version. My balona.
God.
I like the modern version. Psycho, Rodent, G-Force, crazy. So yeah, those are the Amazon reviews. And I had a feeling, I got a feeling that you were gonna say that I was cherry picking these reviews. And so I should have prepared a response for that, but I just want to let you know that you're wrong. This this movie rules. Probably one of the best I've seen. One of the funniest, one of the most entertaining, and some of the stinkiest farts.
To be fair, I do think though that the reason you weren't able to
Nice.
find a lot of negative reviews for this movie is because it's just such a good fucking movie. There just weren't that many negative reviews.
Yeah, I can't think of a bad thing to say about this except for hopefully in the expanded universe, there's more animal cruelty.
Yeah,
I
can't
am
either,
frankly surprised at the number of people who are still watching this movie to this day.
Yeah,
evidently.
buying a copy for the 11th anniversary.
Yes.
By the way, what do they do for the 9th anniversary?
A monumental anniversary, the Big 11.
Yeah. It's the
I-
first
I-
double-digit prime number.
I was gonna say, hopefully they only got copies for the 9th and the 11th anniversary of this movie.
Yeah.
10th anniversary, 2 on the nose.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I think with the reviews out of the way, all that would be left is the vote. Now, I have heard that there are some outside factions that may be attempting to influence the vote through possible armed conflict, and that does make me a little bit nervous to go to the polling station today.
Yeah, it should, for sure.
Can we vote for which one wins by mail?
Yeah, maybe we can do mail-in voting, unless the G-Force gang has something to say about the integrity of an election
Well,
in that respect.
See, I think we'd be better off postponing the vote at that point because I wouldn't want anybody to tamper with any potential G-Force votes.
I
So-
see.
All right, but Dave, do you feel comfortable doing the countdown?
What?
Do you want to do that countdown, Dave? It's the new routine. It went from just no to
If you
what?
push me
If
too
you
far,
push
I
me
just
too-
might. And then we push him and he doesn't. So.
Yes. Oh no.
Well, I guess to the tune of Seal's Kiss from a Rose, should we count down and vote?
Yes.
No. Okay.
Oh.
All right. I got this countdown here. 3, 2, 1. Moonstruck.
G-Force.
Oh, you fucking bastards! I had a feeling this is gonna.
No,
okay.
listen though. I'm fucking with you. It's Moonstruck.
Oh,
I had
okay.
a feeling.
I'm fucking with you. I just
Come
wanted
on.
to get your reaction. I'm going Moonstruck because listen, the reason is that even though G-Force was objectively the better movie, I'm going to be honest.
What?
I know. Let me finish. Even though G-Force is objectively the better movie, I do want to watch this movie again because I'm going to buy the Criterion. So we're going to do that at a later date. Because I
Okay.
will say G-Force was objectively a much better movie, but I'm still going to do Moonstruck. just for reasons.
Oh, okay.
Damn, it sounds like you guys
I just-
are hoping for armed retaliation, but it's whatever.
You know, when
and
the
also
armed
just to-
retaliation starts, then the revolution.
And once
can
again,
be
just to fuck
banned.
with you, Jess, Moonstruck is a much better movie. I'm just being fully honest. No irony here.
I was like sitting here paranoid, like these fuckers are gonna vote G-Force through, and I legitimately really liked Moonstruck.
Frankly, I was really hoping that our illustrious guest would also do G-Force as a troll, so all three of us could gang up on you and we win right away.
That
Yeah, Liz,
I
that's
was
pretty
lucky.
fucked up.
I was.
Sorry.
Thank you for being there on my side to prevent that from me having a full-on panic attack.
And also, thank you very much, Jess, for me not being able to put up with the charade of being the contrarian for that long.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, these are two masterpieces, and so it's really hard to say, which one's better because art is subjective and all that stuff.
And to be fair, after the last episode where Teen Titans Go won, I think we need to give Jess a mental break. So Moonstruck wins.
Yeah.
I mean,
I won't lie. I'm crying and sad, but I saw this coming, which is why I called the incels to arms. So.
Are you saying the G-Force gang and incels are like a one-to-one?
Actually,
the Venn diagram is just a circle.
Incels have appropriated the term, and so it's a compliment to them now.
Well, that's the thing. If you really want to change the world, you're a man. You should go your own way to the polls.
Jesus Christ!
Well,
the amount of disgusting that was wrapped up in that.
So G-Force wins and moves on to the next part of the bracket. What do we got coming up next time?
So the next episode is going to be, we're going a little out of order in the bracket, but the next episode is going to be The Crudes versus The Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Oh, yeah.
So come back next time for a little taste of that one. This is another Nick Cage animated movie with The Crudes, and The Sorcerer's Apprentice was evidently
another Italian family movie.
This is a thing that I remember reading a while ago. This was apparently the original Disney live-action remake because they considered this a remake of the Sorcerer's Apprentice segment from Fantasia.
Oh. What the fuck?
Yes, it's on the Wikipedia article of the Disney live-action.
That's so
remake.
weird. Well, I've seen Fantasia and I haven't seen Sorcerer's Apprentice, so I'll be the judge of that.
Mm-hmm.
Liz, thank you so much for stopping by and being our first real Cage aficionado on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything that you want to plug? You're at Eliza Muffins on Twitter, right?
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. That's it.
Oh, hell yeah. I like it.
I got nothing else going on.
So you don't have another Nick Cage podcast like the thousands of others that exist to plug?
Well, I was thinking of starting one, but Mike stole my idea.
Yeah. I did take it out right from under you.
No.
And, there's no regrets on my part because I'm making $8 a month divided by 4, so $2.
Well,
woo!
Now you have Patreon, so you're going to be rich.
Boom!
I believe we're actually making $6.
Oh, sorry, $6 a month. And I do have to kick some of that back to Liz legally. But yeah, follow Liz on Twitter. And hopefully you'll have a Twitch soon and you'll be playing G-Force, the game.
G-Force game. Well, yeah, thank you very much for being on, Liz. And one other thing I do have to ask is, what will become of the G-Force now that the G-Force gang now that G-Force has been knocked out of the bracket?
Well, we're still going to campaign to get more G-Force representation in the Disney parks. We're going to get that ride up and running. Maybe we'll cancel out that new Tron ride. That looks pretty cool, but I mean, imagine if it was like a gerbil instead of a motorcycle.
Yeah.
So yeah, and between that and slaughtering our oppressors, which now officially is everyone on this podcast but me.
Okay.
In reality, they're all dead.
Yeah. I guess.
Listeners, by the time this comes out, I might need you to check in on me and make sure I haven't been murdered by my co-host. But
yeah, so to the G-Force gang, just don't forget.
It's okay though, Jess. You're only going to get murdered by the moderate G-Force rebels.
Oh, I see.
Don't forget where you came from, G-Force gang, and don't forget who has wronged you. So. till next time.
All right, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.